Hi, welcome to a sewing session with Paula Thurston, the founder and owner of Magic Stitch. Paula's been sewing for over 20 years, and she's made garments that range from baby clothes to formal wear. Would you believe in just 9 easy steps, you can make a beautiful and functional diaper bag? Just follow Paula's simple instructions. If you should miss something along the way, don't worry. Just replay that portion of the videotape until you understand. And now, here's Paula.
Instructions for diaper bags. The materials required are 1 yard of double-faced quilted material, 6 yards of half-inch wide double-fold bias tape or extra-wide bias tape, 3 yards of 1-inch wide strapping material, and thread. Step 1. Decide which side of the material will be the outside. I prefer to use the darker side. Trim the salvage edge of your material so that you have a clean edge and no batting is sticking out. This will make it easier to attach the bias tape. Step 2. Fold material in half so that you have a piece 18 inches by 45 inches. Measure 7 inches from the 45-inch edge. Cut off a 7-inch strip. This will leave you with a large piece of material, 36 inches by 38 inches. Set the large piece of material aside. Working with the smaller piece, cut 2 pieces of material, 7 inches by 14 inches. These will be your pockets. Step 3. Now we are ready to begin sewing the bias tape to the material. Fit the tape over the short edge of the pocket piece and stitch. Do this with all 4 edges. Trim the tape even with the edge. Now do the same with the long edges of the pocket and trim that tape. Step 4. Fold the pockets in half and put a straight pin in the center, top, and bottom. We really don't want to mark these with chalk. Working with a larger piece of material, mark the center on the top of the piece that is 36 inches wide with a straight pin. Do the same on the other end. Step 5. Line up the pocket so that the opposite color is facing you and center it 5 inches from the top of the bag. Pin the pocket to the wrong side of the bag and stitch around 3 sides. Then move the material and make a seam in the center of the pocket. Repeat this for the other pocket. Now take your material and fold it so that the right sides are together, lining up your edges. Stitch along this edge here. It will make it easier to cover it with bias tape. After you've stitched the edge together, cover it with bias tape. Put a pin in place to hold it, and then stitch it down. That's one of the beauties of this diaper bag. When it's finished, you have no raw edges. After you've covered your edges with bias tape, they should look like this. You'll have finished edges all the way around. Step 7. Fold your right seam down into the bag so that the side seam is lying against the center bottom of your bag. When it is in this position, the right side will be coming to a point. You will have a triangle. Place a ruler across the triangle and measure straight across so you have a 12-inch line across the triangle. Put pins in at the edges and center. Take it to your machine and stitch straight across these pins. Bag right side out and place it on something firm so you're looking down to into the inside of your bag and square off your corners. Then pin your triangles to the bottom of the bag. This is important because you're going to stitch them down, and if they are not pinned in place, they will shift while you are sewing. onto your machine, stitch from this corner to the point to this corner, being sure to knot your seams. The bag is now formed, and we're going to go into the finishing touches of it. One of the things that we want to do is to cover this edge with bias tape, starting about an inch above one of the side seams. Just put a pin in, hold it in place, then go to your machine and stitch this down around the edge. Finishing step is to take your strap material, fold it in half, and cut at the fold. Then finish these raw edges with either a tight zigzag stitch or a fabric glue like fray check. Finishing step is to attach the strap to the bag. So open your bag up. Line up the strap so that the outside edge of the strap is even with the outside edge of the pocket and the strap is approximately 1 inch into the bag, and pin it in place. Do this with all pieces of your strap, and then take it to your sewing machine and stitch across the top and the bottom to reinforce it. Here's what your finished bag will look like. Good luck and happy sewing.